Last episode, we made this awesome spider spawner farm to get ourselves a lot of string for some future projects, but then something happened. We found this spider spawner right here as well. We have a cave spider spawner and a spider spawner, and well, now we need to make a double spawner farm. A lot of you wanted to see this, so you asked for it, you got it. But unfortunately, that does mean one thing. This room right here is now absolutely useless, and we're gonna have to change practically everything.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
I'm going to get rid of this water right here, poke a hole in the wall over here, and we got some figuring out to do. Now, if you want to know all the exact mechanics of how a spawner works, go back to the last episode. We'll kind of briefly touch on them in this one, but I'm not going to go over everything in full again. But what we need to do first before we do anything is we need to clear out the spawnable area that these spiders are able to spawn in. So we're going to do a 9x9 centered around this with one block at least above. I think 2 blocks above will be good. And then about 7 blocks below, which gives these spiders enough room to fall down out of the mob cap and keep spawning spiders. Okay, so here's the next step, and honestly, probably where most of the work is going to come in. We need to see where we can stand to have this turned on and this turned on at the same time. We have to be within 15 blocks of both of them. So this is really going to require me to do a few things. First of all, this water is not needed anymore, and we're going to end up redoing all of this. But as you can see, if I stand right here, that's on. And I know this one will still be on. And doing this is going to be really important. This is probably the most important step to this, is you got to make sure that you're going to be able to actually have both of them turned on at the same time. So they're both on right now. Now here's the trick though. This one sits a lot higher than this one does. And we're going to have to drop these guys down this far to clear them from the cap. And they're going to come over this way. And then these guys, they're going to fall down and they're going to come over this way. Now, the fact that we're going to have to do some additional drops here just to make this work is what's going to be tricky, because it's going to take me down pretty low. And honestly, it's probably going to take me down below a range where this will actually work, because we're already standing right here 7 blocks down from that. So then if we start going this way, you'll see it doesn't take too far to be in a position where this one turns off. And if we start going down, that's going to end up pushing us closer and closer. So this tells me something that we're probably going to have to do. We're probably going to have to take these guys, and once we move them outside of this area, somewhere right in-ish over here, we're going to have to push them up a water column. I think that's what we're going to have to do. And it's not like it's that hard to do. It's just going to require some additional planning. These guys right here, we're going to have to take them from over here and start flowing them in this direction. So I'm going to start creating that flow now so we can figure out where it is that we can start thinking about meeting up. So here's a little of what I'm thinking, right? So we're going to flow this water this way, and we're going to have water come down through here, and it's going to end up stopping right there, right? When I put the other bucket in, that'll come there too. We're going to end up putting a couple of buttons here, because once it gets here, we can then take it and push it in this direction, getting me closer to this spawner. And then this one is going to flow probably in this direction, come up over here somewhere, and then, like, I guess push up and over this way in some way. And I think eventually what I want to do is I want to combine these two into the same, like, water stream area. I want them to flow to the same location. This is going to take a little bit of figuring out, and it's going to be hard to do it on camera. So I think what I'll do is I will leave the camera rolling, and we'll cut in little bits and pieces as I figure it out for you guys to kind of see what I did. Okay, I'm starting to make some progress. I kind of know these guys can flow. I don't know, honestly. I was going to turn them here, but maybe I bring them straight and bring them further. And then I bring these guys up somewhere right here. So hold on. I'm literally like just thinking about this as we're talking. So what if these guys keep going straight and they go to get like even with this, and they make it this far, and then they turn this way. And then these guys would probably come up a little water spout like right there, which means that this would get closed off like this maybe. So these guys would come up this way and they would flow through here like this. And you're going to see what I'm going to do with the kill chamber in a little bit. I have some plans. I have an idea. How wide is this? 11 if we count all of that. All right, I need to ponder for a little bit. So I'm kind of figuring out right now where all of my spots I can stand are that will activate both spawners. And it seems to be a pretty narrow range when I'm down this far. It's kind of going to be like 4 blocks kind of linearly, right? And what I'm thinking about is where I'm going to be killing the mobs. Because basically what I want to have is I want to have like a little chamber where they both flow into. And I can just kind of sit here and chop and kind of go back and forth and kill them kind of quick. So if I limit myself to this area, I think that's fine. It's just a matter of where I want this area to sit now. Like it really seems like the best area to do this is going to be to bring these guys up and in over here somehow, somewhere, and then attack this way like this. So right now it's a matter of finding out how to make the water flow work. I think we could do this. So let's practice water flow real quick. Sometimes you got to hop into a creative test world to test things out. So what I want to do is that I need to see how big of a space a cave spider will fit into. Just moving across water, right? So if I put water buckets here, and I put buttons here, and I put water here, what will happen? Cave spider in.
Nope. Nope. Nope.
Cave spider in. He's going to be too wide to fit in that. Is he? Oh, he does. Oh, that's really good. Okay, this is going to work perfect. All right, I'm very excited. I have the plan figured out. So these spiders right here, they'll drop down, they'll flow down here, they'll get caught in here, they'll get pushed across. They're big enough to where they can touch this water when they get pushed in. They'll get pushed further. They'll get brought to right here. There'll be more buttons pushing water this way. All right, and then these cave spiders right here, they are going to get pulled up right here and get pushed in this way in this direction. And then these guys will meet in the middle. Now, you may be wondering, how the heck do you send mobs up? Let me show you. Here is how to move both mobs and items up an elevator. We're going to come over here. We're going to take water. I'm just going to dump it, let's say right here. And oh, this is water. It's flowing over. That's great. That's exactly what we need to see. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take this kelp right here. We're going to go down the chain here. We're going to build this kelp up, take it all the way up to the very top. This one right here, we're going to bring this one, we're going to bring it down one lower. We're going to bring it from here. We're going to stop it right there. That's where I want it. It's exactly where I want it. Okay, we're going to go down here. We are going to block. Ooh. Let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. We have to be careful of how we do this. So we're going to take signs, because here's the deal. Here's the deal. We don't want anything standing out in this area. Actually, I'm going to close this wall off because we don't need this area anymore. And then the spiders, they're going to be kind of flowing down this way. They're going to hit down in here. They're going to flow this way. So we actually need to stop this water flow. So we can put a sign here, sign here, sign here, sign here, there, and there. Okay. So this is stopped up all the way, and we have this water flowing through here, but we have kelp in it. So what should happen is all of this water is now actually a water source because kelp is in it. So if I knock out the kelp, I should be able to knock out these blocks down here, place soul sand there and there. And now we've created an upwards bubble column. What's going to happen is anything that flows in here, it's going to get shot up. It's going to bump its head right there. And then this water, we need to trick it into moving over. I can do that by taking a water bucket, I think, and placing it right here and then picking it up. Boom. We've tricked this water into flowing in this direction, which is exactly what we need. And then I think if I break these blocks right here, I should be able to put water right here. Yes, look, we've created water flow in this direction. We have water flow in this direction. This is working out absolutely perfect. Okay, so now what we actually want to happen is we want these guys to come this way because we want to do our killing right here, I guess. So let's actually get rid of this water. Good. This is perfect. Oh, this is working out so good. We're actually going to stop it right here. We're going to get rid of these buttons right here. Grab some more water. Boom. And we have a central point across these 4 blocks. So I'm going to take these out. I'm actually going to pop myself in here now because we don't need this area anymore. And we don't need these hoppers anymore. So we're going to steal these. And we are going to run these hoppers in this direction. They're going to go over here, here, and here. Now, again, as you can see, when I'm standing anywhere in these red spots right here, both of these spawners, they're turned on. But we have some more tricks we have to solve because cave spiders, they're actually very short. You cannot block them off as simply as we did here with that little contraption we had there. We're gonna have to do something special. First, let me go grab a couple supplies. Oh no, this isn't flowing. What? Okay, problem has been solved. We just needed a button right there. It's now flowing in this direction. It'll keep on flowing this way. Okay, let me wall up a lot of this and maybe get myself some more of that tinted glass so I can see things. I like seeing things. Seeing things is fun. And we're gonna figure out how to do this part right here. Okay, so these guys, not a problem. This is going to work exactly how I want it to because spiders, they're pretty easy. They're pretty predictable. These guys down here, though, not so easy, not so predictable because they can fit through not only a gap like that, they can also fit through a gap like this. Regular spiders can't, but cave spiders, they can. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop out these blocks right here. And then instead of putting a regular block, we're going to put wall blocks right through here like this. Now, even though it looks like it's shorter, it's actually taller than a full block in terms of the amount of space that it blocks, right? Because look, regular block, like I can jump on top of and over this, right? This, on the other hand, you can't. It's more than a block tall. So what I'm hoping here is that I can have these here. I can have, we may have just come up with something better. There's no way they fit through that. And on Bedrock Edition, usually hitboxes are kind of messed up, but this, ooh, okay. All right. We may have figured out something here by accident. All right, let's go ahead. Let's break in here because I need to prep this area by getting a few water buckets. So let me get the water flow going here, down and in, and then we're going to test this out. Okay, so we got the top blocked off. We got all the lighting out of here and we do have a water flow. So in theory, we should be able to do this. Block that off. We'll fix it to make it look better in a little bit. This guy should hopefully plop up here and not drown. Sometimes for setups like this, you will have a single guy like that get stuck, but now that there's more flowing in, hopefully it pushes him over. Oh, there we go. So he climbed for a second. That's okay. Water's trying to push him this way and it will eventually. He's fighting it. I want to see if they can get through this. I'm visually, it looks like he can, right? But can he actually? It doesn't look like it. It looks like we're safe with it up. Oh, no. Yeah, they can't get through. Yes, they can't get through. Now, again, like I could do this, but it gets kind of hard to hit them. So we can just leave it like this right here. We have perfect access to hit these guys and kill them very easily. They get knocked back into that wall, so they're easy to continue to hit. Oh, this is really good. So we got to get this whole thing actually set up and working, but you can kind of see I've started to piece together what the room's going to look like. I always like having visual of the farms themselves. I can see this one. I can come over here and see this one, but they don't look that great. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to fire up a live stream and we're going to make them look good. Stream is over and the work is done. I have now got this thing fully set up to do what we needed to do to spawn cave spiders. Look, we got a little like cave spidery looking like mural back there on the wall, and spiders, which we also have this one back here as well. And they all come to this central point where I can either AFK, because I do have magma blocks down there. I can let them just kind of sit, collect on the magma blocks. The one in the center won't die, but the rest of them, they will die. Their drops will go down into this storage area I have down here. Or of course, I can decide to go the other route of manually killing them to get my looting 3 effect. If you remember what we went through, we kind of carved out the size of this room. This room was already carved out from the last episode. We brought our mobs down. We kind of figured out where we can stand which is going to be these 4 slots, or it's kind of like in a diagonal, like basically anywhere right in here we can stand and activate both spawners. And then we figured out how to bring them over. We used a water elevator over there. These guys, they come up, they get flushed over, they hit the water right there, they get flushed inward, they do start hitting the magma blocks. It takes them a little while to die, which is fine because none of these are within range of the spawners to detect them, so we do not have to worry about them taking away from the mob cap in any way, shape, or form. And in terms of the looks of the room, it's plain, but it's simple and elegant at the same time. I do like it. It turned out good. I like this design of floor. I'll probably use this sometime in the future. And for a place that we're probably not going to spend a lot of time over the course of the series, I think this has kind of turned out how I wanted it to turn out, and I think it looks great. So if you enjoyed this episode, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel. Let me know about your double mob spawner adventures down below. Let me know how you're liking the YouTube shorts coming out here lately too. Hopefully you're finding those informative, and I'll see you next time.